Caitlin Clark returned to the competitive stage after an agonizing 8 months away, carrying not only the weight of injuries but the expectations of an entire sport eager to witness her brilliance. After leg, groin, and ankle setbacks left her sidelined for almost an entire WNBA season, questions loomed large. Would she be rusty, tentative, or hesitant to reclaim the court she once dominated? In her first game back for Team USA, she answered every doubt in the most emphatic way imaginable. Stepping off the bench, Clark didn't just play, she rewrote history, shattering 5 FIBA world records in a mere 19 minutes. 17 points, 12 assists, and 0 turnovers in her debut painted a picture of a player operating on a different plane of basketball intelligence, vision, and anticipation, effortlessly orchestrating the offense and elevating everyone around her. Fans went wild, arenas erupted, and social media exploded with clips capturing the pure artistry of her court awareness. Every pass, every cut, every anticipation was flawless. She was the pulse of the team, the conductor of a symphony of elite athletes, the one who made impossible plays look routine. Ryan Howard, Kelsey Plum, Kiki Iriafen, Monique Billings, all thrived in her orbit, scoring effortlessly because Clark made the floor bigger, more dangerous, more alive. The cameras followed her every move, and even the daughter of an opposing coach held a sign bearing her name. This wasn't just a performance, it was a declaration of dominance, a reminder of why FIBA and Team USA had built their marketing and expectations around Clark. She wasn't just a star, she was a force of nature, and for those watching, every second she touched the ball was a lesson in why she's considered one of the most influential figures in women's basketball history. Yet, as awe-inspiring as that debut was, what came next revealed not only her unmatched skill but the harsh reality of envy and politics in sport. The Puerto Rico game was supposed to be a formality, a stage to reinforce what Clark had already proven, but what unfolded was a shocking testament to the fragility of human ego. Teammates who had thrived under her guidance the day before suddenly froze her out. Kalia Copper clutched the ball as if territory were being defended, pulling up in traffic and forcing contested shots instead of finding the open player who had already proven she could elevate the entire offense. Angel Reese deliberately looked Clark off on multiple possessions, refusing passes, denying the only person who could keep the game flowing with precision and speed. The head coach, Kara Lawson, dodged every question about Clark post-game, refusing even a nod to the athlete who had just broken records the day prior. Stephanie White, Clark's own WNBA coach from Indiana Fever, watched silently from the bench, the architect of a philosophy designed to suppress Clark's natural facilitation abilities, to slow her down, and to limit her reads. And yet, through all of this, through the deliberate freeze-out, the offensive stagnation, the snubbing by teammates and coaches, Clark responded in the only way true champions can. She didn't lash out. She didn't call anyone out. She didn't let jealousy and envy dictate her words or actions. She assessed, she observed, she stayed calm. She spoke about the team needing to find rhythm, about Puerto Rico's zone, about pace, about collective improvement. Not a hint of bitterness, not a single shot fired at any individual, just a composed, level-headed analysis that showcased leadership in its purest form. While others were consumed by ego, she remained focused on winning, on elevating her team, and on showing that her game transcends any attempt to diminish it. The contrast between her historic debut and the orchestrated shutdown by her own team revealed everything. Clark isn't just a phenomenal scorer, a transcendent facilitator, or a record-breaking machine. She is the heartbeat of any offense she touches, and no personal agenda, no jealousy, no misguided coaching philosophy can obscure her impact. This isn't speculation or fan bias. The film tells the story. Every possession with her on the ball pulses with life, every possession without her falls flat, slow, disjointed, and uninspired. She is the difference between dominance and mediocrity, and now the world knows it in stark, undeniable clarity. Caitlin Clark emerged not only unshaken but elevated, proving that true greatness is defined not by recognition, applause, or the absence of adversity, but by unwavering focus, unmatched skill, and the grace to rise above petty resistance while keeping the ultimate prize in sight. As she returns to the Indiana Fever, Armed with this full picture of both systemic limitation and personal capability, one truth is unmistakable. Letting Caitlin Clark run the offense isn't just a smart decision. It's the only formula for genuine success, and any team, any system, any opponent that underestimates her will discover too late the raw, unyielding power she brings to the court. Caitlin Clark's return to the court after 8 grueling months off was nothing short of cinematic, a story of resilience, brilliance, and raw competitive fire that demanded the attention of every basketball fan in the world. The layoff had been brutal, an agonizing combination of injuries, setbacks, and the constant pressure of expectation that comes with being one of the most prolific and scrutinized players in women's basketball history. Fans wondered if the relentless shooting, precise passing, and ice-cold composure that had defined her career would return, or if the extended absence had dulled her legendary instincts. Yet from the first moment she stepped onto the court for Team USA, Clark obliterated every doubt, rewriting the narrative with a performance that felt almost supernatural. In just 19 minutes of play, she exploded for 17 points while dishing out 12 assists and recording 0 turnovers, a statistical anomaly that spoke volumes about her court intelligence and basketball IQ. But numbers alone cannot capture the drama, the electricity, the way the game seemed to bend around her as if she were the sun and every teammate and opponent existed in orbit around her brilliance. Ryan Howard cut with the precision of a surgeon. Kelsey Plum found herself open in spaces created entirely by Clark's anticipation. Kiki Iriafen slid seamlessly into lanes she never would have noticed without Clark orchestrating the movement. And Monique Billings executed dunks that seemed almost preordained because of Clark's gravity on the floor. Cameras flashed, fans erupted, social media exploded with clips, highlights, and reaction threads, yet even as the world celebrated, there was an undercurrent of tension, a whisper of envy and unease that would erupt in the most unexpected way. The game was more than just a showcase of skill. It was a reminder that true greatness cannot be measured solely by points, assists, or records. It is measured by influence, by the ability to elevate everyone around you, by the quiet authority with which a player commands every moment on the floor. And Clark wielded that authority like a maestro, orchestrating chaos into beauty, guiding teammates with subtle gestures, reading defenses as if she had access to tomorrow's plays, and delivering passes that defied physics yet seemed effortless. Yet amid the thunderous ovation, the clips going viral, and the social media frenzy praising her genius, a darker subplot was quietly taking shape, a test of patience, leadership, and resilience that would define Clark not just as a player, but as a symbol of professional excellence and mental fortitude. The following game against Puerto Rico revealed the harshest truths of team dynamics and the politics of sport, a stark contrast to Clark's flawless debut. What should have been another triumphant showcase of her talent turned into a tense, almost surreal study in obstruction and jealousy. Teammates who had previously thrived in her orbit suddenly shut her down in deliberate, almost coordinated ways. Kalia Copper clutched the ball, forcing contested mid-range shots rather than using the floor to its full potential, denying the open lanes and passing options that had been Clark's hallmark. Angel Reese repeatedly looked Clark off, a subtle yet unmistakable signal of resistance, refusing passes, denying the player who had made the team more dynamic and efficient in the previous game. The coaching staff, including Kura Lawson, sidestepped every acknowledgement of Clark's abilities, a silence that rang louder than any praise could. Even Stephanie White, Clark's WNBA coach at Indiana Fever, watched from the bench, a muted figure witnessing the unfolding of a strategy that seemed intent on minimizing the very player who had been central to the team's success. The tension was palpable, almost suffocating. Every possession became a battleground.